Hey, hello people, welcome in my video. I am miEye and today we're gonna talk about the Dareu A960 in honesty way. So yeah, mine edition is a yellow canary one, glossy. You also have three more variants, a black matte, a third one is white, probably glossy, and a pink, probably glossy. I'm not completely sure if they are glossy or matte. So let's dive deeper in to see what the Dareu A960 has in store for us, and we tell a little bit about the flaws and the good positive things about this mouse. So let's dive deeper in. So this is the Dareu A960 in yellow, as you can see, and this version is glossy. If you want the matte edition, you take the black one, and it also has RGB. This one doesn't have RGB. So yeah, this sensor is a Pixart 3389, one of the best, and you can customize it in software till 16,000. On the website they say 18,000, but the software say 16,000, so that's probably the limit. 16,000 on a Pixart 3389. You can customize the DPI steps from 50 till 16,000 in the latest software. They just updated the software. So yeah, it has a little bit of side flexing of the buttons, slightly, so keep that in mind. And yeah, it is a 6-button design, one primary button, second one customization button, and middle click, and 2 side buttons. They're all very tactile and pleasant to click on. This customization button is a little bit harder to press. The reason it's a little bit below the primary buttons is a little bit harder to press. The middle does work, scrolling does work. This is the sounding. It feels not like sturdy, the scroll wheel, but it is a 6-button design. The middle click, sometimes when you scrolling too fast, you sometimes get that middle click. If you don't like that, you can disable it in software. But then of course you have 5 buttons. The side buttons are also very tactile. Little bit different sounding on the front and the backward side button. So as you can see, it's cut it out here and cut it out there. So it's not like completely one top shell. So you know that. And this line is completely cut to the side, and they're positioned the side buttons. I think personally they put this side buttons a little bit more backwards for easy actuation when in claw grip. In my opinion, it's also great for fingertip because of the archetype of the mouse, but maybe you can fingertip it, but then it's really hard to also get the actuations quite done. I prefer claw grip, and then it's very nice. It's also a little bit on the position of the shape is a little bit on here instead of from your palm, so you know that. And palm grip, if you do palm grip, I overextend my hand size, so I cannot use palm grip, but maybe if you have medium to small hands, you can maybe use a palm grip. So yeah, the buttons are good and tactile. Scroll wheel, I said that already. There's no RGB. That seems like it has an RGB line, but this model has no RGB. The skates are Teflons, not PTFE or 100% PTFE, I think. And they glide very well. It's a very good gliding. So yeah, the top shell is very glossy. The side is slightly glossy, but a little bit more grip. I think that's good. But this side is a little bit more glossy than the left side. And there's some texture underneath on the bottom one, some rings. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. One on the sensor, an O-ring, and 3 other Teflons. The weight of this mouse is 65 grams. I put it multiple times on the scale, and also on the website they advertise it as 65 grams. So it's in a very flexible cable, soft as well to touch. It's a little bit too floppy when it's out the box, because when I do very low sensitivity in shooters, when I lift in, it comes sometimes when I move in the mouse quickly, it comes underneath the mouse. And then I need to upper the mouse and reposition the cable. Can be annoying, but you can fix it by make the cable, for example, you get the cable and put it one direction to make it more sturdy, or the other direction to make it more loose, up to your preference. That can maybe fix your floppy cable. Keep that in mind if you want that tip. Otherwise, it's just yellow mouse design, glossy with purple accents and some 24. I don't know what they mean with the 24, but purple with yellow matches very well. So overall, the software is great. It just updated, and you can customize from 50 to 16,000 in steps of 50 increments. You can customize the buttons if you want this button disabled, the middle click, for example. If you have the problem with double clicking when in a browser, it can be annoying. You can disable that or customize this customization button if you prefer that, or even the side buttons. You can do multiple things in the software. So all in all, do you like this mouse? It has some side flexing, great sensor, very tactile buttons. Yeah, glossy if you like that. If you have a very dry skin, glossy is always more creepy, but some people maybe also like matte, I don't know. I took the yellow one because I never had a yellow mouse. So overall, the price, if the pricing is not too heavy for you, it's around 35 I think nowadays, or 39, and you like the shape. How is actually the build quality of this mouse? Does it squeak? Yeah, it squeaks quite, man, I wouldn't say a lot, quite amount. It squeaks quite amount. So it has no honeycomb, but it is still lightweight. So they did internal some honeycomb or some cutouts in spare parts to get the 65 grams. Does it feel hollow? Of course, scroll wheel rattle as well, but it's definitely not a bad mouse. The cable's great, sensor's great, Teflons are good, they glide well. The buttons are tactile. I wish they were a little bit more backward positioned for easier in your claw grip style to activate both buttons. Otherwise you can't use them. Yeah, and overall I like the mouse. I'm happy with my purchase. Would I repurchase it? I'm not completely sure, but overall it's a quite fine mouse. There's also a more sturdy version. It's not the A960, but more weight into it. I think 75 grams. Costs around the same price, has the same sensor. I think it has less squeaking sound. So if you want to have a little bit more weight and more build quality and sturdiness, go for that edition. I think it's the Daru A901, I believe, in my head. So this was my honesty talk. I hope you liked it. I wish you a great day. Thanks for watching. Maybe consider liking the video. Subscribe. It is all free. And otherwise, I will see you in the future. Bye bye guys. Bye bye.